Hello, Malia. Here I have your Sirian Starseed Tarot reading for 2017. A broad overview of what to expect and what to work on, more importantly. So here we have the world, your sense of past, what you're moving out of going into this next year. 2017, your feelings on this, your thoughts on this, spiritual guidance for 2017, forces working for you this next year, forces working against you, general prevailing neutral forces, form, or the key to take through these forces, hidden knowledge / the mirror, who are you in this situation, 2017, and resolve, what karmic resolution needs to / will take place. Alright. Let's get started. Number 1. World you're moving from. Number 14 of the major arcana, alchemy. Alchemy, here we have a glass sphere being blown, a bubble of new glass. What it takes to make this glass is the culmination of all 5, the elements. You got the sand, which is earth, you got the fire heating up the sand, you have the water cooling it off, and you have the breath being blown into it, which is air. Not to mention, you also have the creative focus and steadiness of the glass blower, the mental strength force that brought all of these together and combined them. In this placement of what you're coming out of, I get the sense that you have been able to bring together seemingly unrelated parts of who you are, like your skills, your passions, your mental thought processes or outlooks, and and also this can have to do with bringing that into anything to like how you make money, or what you do for school or your vocations. Just you're well-rounding yourself and bringing skills that were previously sort of unrelated or not together into unity to create new things, to create, this new growing person that you are, or creating more treasures that you didn't know you could make before. This is not just physical, but a treasure can also be a new idea, a new way of looking at things, new understanding within yourself, new connectivity. So, that's the end of last year. The end of this year. Next year, 2017, what is going on? Ooh. Number 6 of the major arcana, the Lover's Key. The Lover's Key, pretty straightforward. Here we have a man and a woman, and they are just totally in love. They're totally in that heart space of giving yourself to another completely. Sensing a little bit of tension on this card because it can go either way with this. It can, while love and romance is a big topic for this next year, that doesn't mean that it'll be all flowers and butterflies. Love has its ups and it has its downs. Depending on how you conduct yourself, how you build yourself up as a person and which direction you want to go with your life, and how you do that is the main thing deciding whether you'll have more highs or more lows. But ups and downs aren't a marker of success, aren't a marker of advancement. Both the highs and the lows are very necessary for growth, so don't be too discouraged and feel like you have to have only highs all the time. But yeah, that is the major key of your next year, is how love and romance affects you, how you give yourself to others, how you connect with others, and being honest with yourself, and being honest with the people closest to you, and being honest in all your relationships, for that matter. Honesty is key. So yes, feelings. Where is your heart at 2017? Ten of Flames. Ten of Flames. Well, flames is the key of spirit. Fires of spirit and your passion. In this picture, we have this guy walking up a stairway holding 9 torches that are out, and the one lit 10th torch, the 10th flame. What this is about is completing, the 10 is the completion of one cycle and the start of a new. It is starting those first few steps of the next higher octave. And now the tone of this is continuing down the path of inner truth and the most noble flame, the noble quest, even when no one else goes with you, even when you have become tired and weary and begin questioning yourself, questioning why you feel so strongly about something that no one else does, and that you could reach the light at the end of the tunnel, whether it's just around the corner or if it's up 10 flights of stairs. Persistence will get you there inevitably, and you will find people that find others down this path if you continue down it. So just don't get discouraged. That's it can be sort of a rough place for your heart to be, feeling like excuse me, who gives a damn if I do or don't. But just stay true to your inner flame, your inner truth, creativity that burns within you. Now, thoughts. Where is your mind at 2017? Seeker of Flames. And the double fires going. The Seeker is the female student who has just discovered the mystery and how deep the suit, Flames, how deep the overall realm of spirituality is, just how far down the rabbit hole goes, so to speak. But more so, she's in awe of the greatness of spirit, of passion, of creativity, and devotes herself to becoming one of the greats, one of the masters. Now, she's lacking in experience, but not lacking in drive. For this as a place, this card, in the place of your thoughts, suggests that your thoughts will be caught in the wonders of spirit, of your own inner flame and passions, and really subjective to that, and follow that and honor that. But also, I can see this representing, I don't feel so much a person, but I felt like, either a spirit guide that likes foxes, or if you know a girl that likes or is represented by a fox or maybe a wolf. I don't know. I don't like to attach them to people. That's me testing that out. Take it or leave it. The main message is giving yourself giving your thoughts up to your heart like a student in awe of the sacred wisdom. Moving on to spiritual guidance for 2017. Reflection. Oh, but if this is about that person, it means that your thoughts will be about that person who I'm just riffing on feeling. Ugh. Oh, gas bubble, sorry. The person who kind of represents themselves as a fox or wolf, more leaning towards fox, or your thoughts could be about this spirit, or your thoughts could be helped by this spirit guide. Whatever. Let's keep going. I'm kind of taking a while. Reflection. For spiritual guidance, I feel it's really about finding that inner calm, having some quiet time to yourself, and just looking into yourself, into that mirror, and just taking note of everything that you see. Just like our character here is looking out. He's got his lantern lit, and just look out and be honest with yourself as to what you find. For spiritual guidance, this is about bringing, kind of leveling out, and cleaning up your mindscape, because your mind has so much impact and so much power over your reality. It's really necessary to look at that, to look at who you are objectively, to look at the things that you are hiding from yourself with the same amount of attentiveness as the things you are most proud of, and just see them for what they are without judgment, and it's totally from neutrality. Alright. Forces working for you, 2017. 10 of Crystals. Crystals is the physical suit. It is health. It is money. It is all material things you treasure. The 10 of Crystals, here we have our character who has arrived at the pinnacle of success. All 10 crystals laid out. And then in the background, there's even more gigantic crystals in this big fancy gazebo with a peacock, which is one of the most extravagant, exalted birds in the bird kingdom. The underlying message behind this is, looking to her face, I don't know how well you can see, she's kind of like, doesn't feel very secure, and is hiding these crystals from everyone else for fear of losing them. When the overall message of this key is, when you get to the point of success, where you've got most everything that you've wished for, you're putting it away and not using it enough. You're not employing your treasures as much as they could or should be to denote their value. And you're also doing this in your heart. You're also locking your heart up from the people that helped got you there, and that you really need to be more inclusive of others, how you can share not only your physical treasures, but how you can share your time with others, and how you can better implement the use of the things that you've worked so hard to achieve, the things that you have wished for, and really bring them more into use rather than just locking them up and collecting them. For forces working for you, I would say that that it is the employing things that you have already gathered and employing skills that you have made, possibly. But yeah, just putting things to good use is the main thing that, if I had to shorten it down to just one sentence, because I know that was kind of a lot to take in, that it would be putting things to good use is the main force working for you. Forces working against you. Blockages, not yet in full bloom. Things to overcome. The Shadow. The Shadow in the Standard Tarot, number 15 in the Major Arcana, is known as the Devil card. It was reshaped and redone in this deck to provide more holistic insights into what this card really represents. This card is about that darkness within us that we face, that feeling of, well, one of being lost and separated. No, this key is about, one, desires, temptations, and then further zeroing in on its meaning is about addictions. Now, addictions, temptations are like a release of frustration in some way. And so I would say with this key to really ask yourself, what is it that you feel that frustrates you the most, that you feel you have to escape? Why are you driven to temptations or addictions? And, just in recognizing that reason helps to lift you from the spider web that darkness casts over us. Because it really is just like a web that we weave within ourselves. Like, if you're constantly trying to escape something, then it entangles you to it, because the real way out is to recognize your freedom and sovereignty and just exist in that, move holistically from that. So, for blockages, let's say it is that overall forces working against you, I'd say, would be the fears that drive you to the shadow, that drive you towards addiction and temptation. That's, even from the storyline of Spirit, it is a really difficult thing to overcome. And so it is no wonder that would be one of the things blocking you most in this next year. Now, neutral forces. What general prevailing neutral forces are at work over 2017? Karma. Number 20 of the Major Arcana. Karma is about bringing balance to the overall karmic situation. Like ripples on the water's surface, canceling each other out. While there will still be some ripples, there's always some, you can notice a huge difference between this image here and like a storm out in the sea. In this placement of general prevailing neutral forces, it's a really good messenger, because just overall, on a neutral level, good and bad things are being cleared, that you're being brought into balance on a very macro level, which works its way down to the micro that can work through your mind, through your thoughts, through your heart and emotions, and through, lastly, it'll work its way into the physical in some way. But those are the two main places where it'll start, or where you can notice and observe it most. So yeah, that's what I got from that card. Form. What form should you take to move through these forces? Also known as the key. 3 of crystals, the Trinity of crystals. Again, the physical suit, physical treasures. 3 is the number of the generator. It is about that infinite potential for manifestation. Now, the 3 of crystals is about applying yourself, your hard work and drive to that which you treasure and to your work, and it will take off, and you can begin to really build up whatever empire or franchise that you so desire. Now, another thing about this card is, well, we have 2 hands, we have 2 legs. If someone were to give you a hand, you'd have 3 hands. This number is about working together with people that are close to you, with people that support you and want to see you do well, or business partners, or people who share the same interests, working together with you to make these things possible. That it is through that the greatest things are possible through like-minded individuals, like-hearted individuals, working together to make these dreams reality. In this position of form and the key, that focusing on bringing these physical treasures and gifts, careers, life setup, like how you spend your time, being in control of your time, and really getting that in order will neutralize a lot of karma for you and clear that up, which is wonderful, and that will bring you from feeling so depressed, so hopeless, so needing to escape, and it will also implement that which you have been locking away from the world and bring more people into that sacred garden that previously off limits. Now, hidden knowledge, the mirror, the self. Who are you in 2017? The 2 of flames. 2 is the number of higher understanding, of higher self. It is also, conversely, the number of polarity, of being like yin and yang are complementary, and at the same time they are polarized. This is about having 2 highly polarized creative flames or passions burning within your own heart, and not being sure which one to follow, which one to go by, which one is supreme or should light the way. The solution to this is combining both the yin and yang aspects in harmony and in oneness to serve both the macro, which is the world, the whole world you live on, and the micro, your reality bubble, the world you live in, the bubble that you are in control of. Alright, second to lastly, we have resolve. What karmic resolve needs to / will take place? The star, number 17, of the major arcana. The star is the bright messenger in the sky. It is, like if you're looking to the sky at night, the star The star depicted here would represent the star that you follow. Not so much something that you don't follow the North Star and expect to get to the North Star, but you head in that direction and it will take you to where you want to go. This in this placement of karmic resolve and resolution is interesting to me, and I feel that it represents getting your hopes and dreams back into your heart and into your mind and into your overall being, and knowing that these are possibility. The key, hard work towards your goals, towards making real that which you most desire and the life that you want, goes hand in hand with getting back that optimism and confidence that you can reach for the stars, that you can reach your goals and be celestial and divine in your own self-image. You are the main character of your story, and you make yourself up every time that you wake up. And being able to see yourself as a divine being and a divine creator of your own existence is, I want to say essential, but at the same time, it's kind of an overstatement because I know a lot of people who don't really see themselves as that, but make it anyways. It is a great gift. It is a star. It is a bright messenger that lights your own world, that lights the world within yourself that you exist in from the heart and mind. So yeah, for karmic resolutions, getting that star back. Now, number 12, the mystery card. What is the mystery card have to say for your 2017? Let's see. Adept of Orbs. The Adept is the male student of his suit Orbs and is very capable of performing feats of a master, but does not have the discipline, the experience, and the selflessness of the master of orbs. I feel this to I would say that this primarily represents the aspect of yourself that is gaining mastery over your thoughts, over your mental scapes, and how you formulate opinions. But it also can represent somebody that you look to and see as sort of a genius in some aspects, someone very logical and very scientific that you look to for support, for answers, and kind of not only base yourself, but has influence over how you build yourself in these aspects. Mystery card is very cryptic and open to interpretation, and this is mainly for you to think about. But be mindful of how you are gaining mastery over your mental realms is the main thing that I want to say. Who knows, maybe it has to do with the Lover's Key. I'm not sure. But, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Always a pleasure doing these. I'm going to start doing like a weekly 7-day readings once every Sunday, starting next Sunday. So if that's something you'd be interested in, I'd be cool to check in on, tune in, subscribe. All right. Many blessings.